Yo, yo, clean off this lens real quick. Yo, 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 what's happening? I'm just up here at my delivery up here in New York. This tiny ass little shopping plaza up here in New York, man. I had to deliver to a damn CVS store, not like a distribution center or anything like that. Yo, what up, Johnny? What's going on, how's everybody doing this morning, first of all? But anyway, man, so look, when I got here this morning, right, there was another truck here when I got here this morning. Let me show y'all the driveway situation that I had to pull into. This is the dock in the back. Well, there ain't really no dock, it's just the alley on the side of the building. And I parked up on the side, giving him more than enough space for him to get around me and leave up out. But some drivers just want to be difficult as fuck, right? Especially like these damn these Russian guys or whatever. Russian guys, Middle Eastern, whatever you want to call them or whatever. But I mean, as you can see, man, the parking lot is really not all that big. I came around this way over here, and I swung out, and I backed in onto the corner of this building right here, giving my man more than enough space. Yo, what up, 10? KB Smooth, what's going on with y'all, man? But yeah, this driver over here, man, like I backed in, right here in front of this little grease trap on the side, giving my man more than enough space to go on around me and go all around the outside over there, and he gonna pull up alongside of me and toot the horn. Tell me, so get out the way. I need to. He wanted to go this way right here. Like, dude, if you don't take your monkey ass around the outside and go on around, no, but I need to go this way. Like, because there's not enough space on that side over there. So obviously your ass can't drive. So, I stood my ground. Eventually he went around. Y'all see where he's at over there. But anyway, man, I went to go and grab me a little bit of breakfast. They had a special going at Denny's. Went and got me a little bit of oh man. Went and got me a little bit of Denny's, get me something to eat for breakfast. But yeah, man. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill, right? Let me set y'all up. But yeah, man, so I'm trying to get out the truck. Man. Me and the wife been going back and forth about it for a long time now. And although I love what I do, it's definitely time to go home and be with my family. So, especially with the little one coming in December. So I'm still looking for drivers, man. I need two drivers, man. I got 2 opportunities over here at Landstar. Hey, 10, usually I don't, man. What's going on, man? Usually I don't, man, but if I'd have made my effort to park on the side to stay out your way, don't pull up alongside of me and throw your hands up like what are you doing? Like, dude, there's more than enough space. And the way the parking lot was designed is designed for you to pull out and go around the outside, because if there were actual cars in the parking lot right here, he wouldn't have been able to cut in where I was. So take your ass on around the outside and go on about your business. That's how I feel about it. Yo, prisoner, what's going on, man? But yeah, man, I'm trying to get out the truck, man. Hopefully, ideally, I would like to be out of the truck within the next 30 days. That's the ultimate goal, to be out of the truck within the next 30 days and be home with my family permanently, full time. So I'm looking for 2 drivers to come over and drive for me over here at Landstar. If you a team, cool. If not, solo is cool too. But yeah, man, it's time to make a change. Me personally, I've had some ups and downs out here on the road. I've had some inconsistent weeks. I've had some pretty decent weeks. But Kids Connection, what's going on? But yeah, man, I think me personally, man, I'm trying to go back company on a local gig so that way I can be home every day with my family. Have a consistent income so I know what to expect every week. My family knows what to expect every week. And I think that my business will do better personally with other people in the truck who will be able to run more than I can. I mean, because in the beginning, it started off with me being out, every few days. Then every few days turned into every week. Every week sometimes turned out to be 10 to 12 days at a time. But, more often than not, I was trying to get home every weekend to try to balance out my home work life. And it just wasn't working for my family. So it's time for your boy to go home. But also I'm not trying to let my business die. So I need 2 dependable drivers, man. 2. So if y'all know anybody, my email is in my about section. Go ahead and shoot me an email. We can chop it up about what I got going on. And if you're interested, I'll send you the link to apply through Landstar, because you do have to be Landstar approved. I can go ahead and tell you off rip what they're looking for. They are looking for at least 1 year of OTR, verifiable OTR experience. No more than 2 preventable accidents within the last 3 years. No more than 2 moving violations within the last 3 years. Clean background. Felonies are case-by-case basis. I believe that if they are more than 5 to 7 years, old, I think they'll work with you. Healthcare is optional. If you want healthcare, we can set that up through Landstar. Yeah, that's what I got going on. I think it's a pretty sweet setup. You'll basically be owner op or pretend owner op, but there's no forced dispatch. But I will say that I do prefer somebody who is not afraid to run the Northeast from time to time. Not saying that that's where you'll spend the majority of your time or anything, but if there's a good paying load that's going to Connecticut or Massachusetts, whatever, I expect you to be able to go ahead and run that. Hey, what up, DB? 10 says, I feel the same way, but I'll come to the conclusion putting someone else in my truck is a stress. Yo, that's facts, 10. Because I've had drivers in my trucks before, man. But also, I've had drivers in my trucks with a small mom and pop who wasn't doing background checks. They weren't doing drug tests. So they were putting any and everybody in my damn trucks, man. And that was stressful as hell. That was stressful as hell. But I'm thinking that the experience with putting drivers back in the trucks will go a lot better this time around, because they have to be approved through Landstar, and Landstar goes through your shit with a fine-tooth comb. So it makes me feel a little better about the situation and putting somebody else back in the truck. Yeah, sure. Just tell me when to stop. All right. Hold on, y'all. They want me to back up some more. I ain't back up far enough. Yo, Jay, what's going on, man? Hey, Jay, I'm looking for two drivers, man. That's what's going on. I'm looking for two drivers that can help me out. You know what I'm saying? Come on over here to Landstar. Got two opportunities. Teams or solo. But yeah, man, this shit it's definitely been very stressful on my family. And I'm not gonna let my family situation deteriorate for anything. You know what I'm saying? Family is everything. If I gotta go home, I gotta go home. Nah, Dre, selling the trucks ain't an option right now, man. I'd much rather keep them and keep the income going. So for now, the trucks are gonna stay with me. Um, Maybe later on down the line, if I choose to get completely out of trucking, maybe. But for right now, it's just I'm looking to bring some drivers over here to Landstar. Yo, Jay, Landstar only needs 1 year verifiable OTR experience. Me personally, I prefer 2 to 3 years minimum. But Landstar they only looking for 1 year of verifiable OTR experience. What's that, 10? He said, I've always been curious to what stress is brought on a family. I mean, I know, I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, in my situation, man, like with my wife being pregnant and we have an extremely active 4-year-old, like I know that my wife, she worries about me while I'm out here on the road. The inconsistency of the income at times, dealing with our son by herself and being pregnant at the same time. That's not a healthy situation for her or for us. So, I gotta get to the house, man, and play my part, do my part. So that I don't know if that answers your question, but that's what the situation is for me currently. So like I said, man, if y'all know anybody, man, who's looking for a gig, go ahead and shoot them my way. Nah. But yeah, I'm just honestly, man, it was never really the plan for me to be back in the truck anyway. Before things changed, before I almost lost it all, which was a video that I made about 6 months ago. I was dealing with a small mom and pop situation. I had 2.5 trucks. I had the truck that I'm driving currently. I had a blue Freightliner Cascadia 2014, and I had a 2007 Volvo. The Volvo damn near took everything from me, man. That truck put about 30 grand in that truck, man. That still didn't run right, so I let that shit go. My driver situation with the mom and pop that I was leased onto at the time, they were stealing money. You know what I'm saying? They weren't paying me what I was supposed to be paid. They weren't doing background checks and all that other shit that they were supposed to be doing to make sure that the drivers were up to par. And I had to drive the truck that I'm driving currently. I had the driver that was in this truck, man. He was planning on stripping this truck down and selling it for parts, but he got caught up in somewhere in the Chicago area. He was delivering a load of baking soda, and for whatever reason, I guess he didn't. Maybe he was high out of his mind, I don't know, but he didn't slide the tandems back up after he got loaded. He made it all the way to the Chicago area, and right outside the receiver, the floor in the trailer gave in because of all the weight. When the police arrived on the scene, they could tell that my man wasn't in the right frame of mind. So They searched the truck. He had a few grams of meth in the truck. He had a prostitute in the truck. Um, and because of the load that he was carrying, it was a baking soda load. They had to. They went through all that shit. The DEA, drug dogs, all that. They had all that shit out there, going through all the baking soda to make sure he wasn't smuggling more drugs in the load or whatever. Man, it was a whole mess. That's facts, Jay. I mean, but sometimes it's a necessary risk. I don't know what your plans are, and I don't know if you want to grow. But me personally, at the time, I was trying to grow, and I thought that the place where I was at the time was doing right by me. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my bad, man. Like, let me turn the sound off on that ringer. It's my fault. But yeah, the prostitute that he had in the truck, man, she told the police that he picked her up back in Detroit, and that when he was done with the load that he was getting ready to deliver, he was going to take the truck back to Detroit and have it chopped up. So my truck, when the trailer caved in, it had the left side rear end of my truck off the ground. It was suspended in the air because of the way the trailer caved in, and it was in the air for about, I want to say, close to 2 or 3 hours, before the wrecker got out there and they started cleaning all that stuff up. So I thought for damn sure that the truck was gonna be totaled out, frame damage or drive shaft damage or rear end damage at least. But everything turned out to be all right with the truck. It ended up needing an alignment, and that was really about it, which was nothing but a blessing. So after all that, man, it was time for me to go ahead and part ways with the mom and pop, man, because I had a few good drivers when I was with them, but because the mom and pop was such a fucking dinosaur, they wanted cats to run off log. They wanted cats to be running under personal conveyance. They were just trying to do any and everything under the sun to run the drivers as hard as they could, so that way they can make their money, all the while not paying me or my drivers what was owed to us. So it was a whole thing, man. And if I wasn't who I am today, and if I didn't have anything to lose, I honestly probably would have went and saw bottom, if y'all understand what I'm saying. So I can't afford to be sent upstate, man. I got family at the house and shit. The old me was itching. The old me was itching to come out and have a good time, if y'all dig what I'm saying. But that's neither here nor there. But it was just an all around bad situation, at the other spot. I had one of the drivers that I had with them to reach out to me when he found out that I was looking for a driver with Landstar, but he didn't have his hazmat, so that kind of eliminated him from the situation. I told him if he wants to go ahead and get his hazmat, and if I'm still looking for a driver by the time he gets it, then hey, we could work something out. But if not, then if I have another opportunity to come about, we could work something out. But it is what it is. It ain't nothing personal. It's business. I can't reserve a spot for you, not knowing when or if you're ever gonna get that shit done. Hey, facts, Tim. Facts. Hey Dre, we don't talk about that trafficking situation, man. People was going to jail, man. Yo, Tan, the dude, he thought he was living that life, man. Yo, this motherfucker even had the nerve to call me about some bail money. Like, bro, don't you know you wrecked my whole situation? You gonna call me about some bail money? Had his sister call me about some bail money? Like, nah, man, I ain't bailing you out of shit. Well, what about my belongings in the truck? Like, fuck you and your belongings, homie. That shit is in the dumpster, b. Like, you gonna try to wreck my whole situation and talk about some, oh, can you bail me out? And what about my belongings in the truck, man? Fuck you and your belongings, homie. That's how I feel. So, yeah, man, that was that situation, man. And another thing that I find, man, like drivers, a lot of drivers, they don't give a damn about you or your situation, man. Yeah, they don't care about you or your situation. Like they'll drive your truck any kind of way. Hell, I had one of the drivers, and I don't know how the hell he did this, but I had one driver. He he pulled up to a TA and didn't even notice that the landing gear on the trailer was damn near ripped off. That shit was dangling by a thread. He sent me pictures and he was like, "Yeah, man, we drove for like 300 miles, and when we got to the truck stop, it was like this. Like motherfucker, do I have Boo Boo the Fool written across my shit, man? Like, now what are you talking about? Like, what did you run over? Did you run up on a curb, a speed bump? Did you forget to put the feet all the way up? Like what's up? Like me personally, man, I have a hard time with cats who don't keep it 100. Like if you keep it 100 with me, like yeah, man, like I ran up on a curb, man, or this, that, the other. As long as you keep it a buck with me, man, like we could try to work something out. But if I gotta fish for the information, and if I feel like you ain't being honest with me, then it's sayonara for you. I ain't got no time for you. I ain't got nothing else for you. But again, that's neither here nor there, man. That's old news. I moved on since then. I'm a one truck operation for right now. But like I said, I have another truck available, and I'm trying to put somebody in this truck. So if you want to make some good money with flexible home time or whatever, you want to come run for the Blue Star, hit me up in the email. You can either hit me up in the email or you can DM me on Instagram at Hustle the Trucker, all one word. Either way, get in touch with me if you're interested, or if you know somebody who's interested, have them reach out to me. But yeah, man, that's all I really had, man. I just wanted to put that out there. Your boy trying to get out the truck, go home, be local. Yo, and if you in here, man, smash that like button for your boy. I appreciate y'all coming through, and I appreciate y'all spreading the word. But I'm about to go ahead and jump on up off here and enjoy my breakfast while these cats is finishing unloading me, so I can get on to the next. But yeah, man, I'll holler at y'all, man. Until the next time, be safe, remain humble, and always hustle, man. I'll holler at y'all. Hey, appreciate that, Nene.